Welcome back to the cabin. It is the middle of November and I decided to come up for a couple days and drain the water and basically close up the cabin for the winter. It is a dreary day. It rained most of my ride up, but luckily the rain stopped when I got here. So I was able to move my gear inside without getting soaked. This is a view of the day outside. You can probably hear the rain. But tomorrow is supposed to be a nice day. It's supposed to be cold though. So when I get up here, I came over and checked the temperature in the cabin, and I don't know if you can read it, it's 40 degrees in here. So it's time to get a fire going in the wood stove. Warm the place up a bit. First thing to do is get the ashtray in. In there. So get a little newspaper in there. And then some kindling. My daughter picked up a pellet that she was going to use for some craft, and she never got around to using it, so it was taking up space in the garage. So I broke it up and I'm using it for kindling. I'm going to crack a window a little bit too, just to get some draft going. And I'll light this baby up. Don't want any smoke coming out. Alright, we got a nice fire going. See how long it takes to warm this place up. It's 4 o'clock now. It's 40 degrees in here. We'll check it each hour. Sorry, my glass screen is dirty. Can't really see the good view of the flames. So dinner tonight was frozen lasagna. And I just popped that into the microwave over here to heat that up, cook it. And I can run the microwave because I brought my Opus power station up to run AC devices, like the microwave and my shop vac. I've got this Mr. Heater wall heater, which I want to hook up. I've got the piping plumbed in from outside. I've got to mount the heater on the wall and then connect the heater up to the piping with some flexible gas line. So, first thing is to mount it on the wall using the supplied bracket. I just installed the metal bracket that's going to support the wall heater. Had to make sure it was level. Put a couple pieces of masking tape up there just to hold it while I drill the screw holes. So now I have to put the back of the unit on the wall and mark 2 screw holes in the bottom where it gets attached to the wall. So we'll do that next. I'm doing a fit check here with the gas line attached to the bottom, and I got about 1/4 of an inch to spare, which is not going to be enough because eventually when I put a finished floor in here, that's going to bring things up a little bit. So I think I'm going to move the whole unit up 1 more inch. I don't know how that's going to affect the knob there, which adjusts the amount of heat once I put in a windowsill. But if push comes to shove, I may just have to have it cut out in that windowsill. I take this off, move that bracket up 1 inch, and try it again. Alright, we got the wall heater installed, got the flexible pipe hooked up. Now I'm going to work outside with the pipe fittings on the outside. Alright, I have the tank all hooked up. I tested all the joints inside and out with some soapy water. No leaks. So let's see if we can get this thing fired up. Well, I turned the gas on. I followed the instructions in the manual. You press the igniter button on pilot setting for 30 seconds. And then you hit the igniter button, which is a small button on the left, and nothing happens. So I'm curious about that igniter. The owner's manual said you need 1 AA battery, and it says you put it under the igniter button. You unscrew it and put it in. Well, I unscrewed it, and what's in there is a spring. So the box that it came in says it takes 1 AAA battery, but I don't know where to put it. I asked ChatGPT, and it said some of these models have a piezoelectric ignition. There's no battery. So I've got to contact the manufacturer and see whether this needs a battery or not, and why it's not igniting the pilot. So everything's hooked up, but we don't have any heat, at least from this device. Snow showers. So let's see how we did. Starting at the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19 out of 20 on the paper, unless a couple of them hit in the same place. But it's a lot better than usual. I got everything close, or 90% of them close to the circle, which is definitely an improvement. Keep practicing, I guess. So this tree fell about 1.5 years ago, and the canopy was hung up in a tree, and just recently it fell and actually broke right there. And this is the original trunk where it originally broke. So this should make it easier for me to cut this up where the branches aren't high up in a tree. Although all those branches in there are under compression from the weight of the tree. So you have to relieve that force first. So we have to relieve that pressure first. Next spring. This is the middle and top section of the tree. That piece up there got hung up, but now it's down on the ground. It's time to pump out my water tanks for the season. I've got this water pump here, and the white hose is the discharge hose going outside. The green hose is a suction hose that I'll put inside the tank. And what I've done is I put a weight, I zip tied it to the end of the hose so that it sinks to the bottom of the tank. See if we can get this running. Well, this pump was a fail. I primed it, but I couldn't get it to get suction. Maybe this hose has a leak in it and it's sucking air. So I'm going to go back to my old reliable sump pump, which I just put down into the tank. It's just slower. I don't know how long it's going to take, maybe 2 hours to pump this out. So let's get going with this one. The tanks are empty. Bilge pump did the job. It took about 1.5 hours to pump out the rest of the water in the tanks. So now comes the not so fun part. I have to disconnect the blue water line to the kitchen and the bathroom. There's a strainer just to the right of the pump, and I have to take the glass bottom of that strainer off and then break the line there. And what happens then is any water remaining in the tank drains out onto the floor and then eventually into this corner drain. So I got the line strained. I put antifreeze in the toilet and the sink trap. Tanks are all pumped out, so we should be ready to go. So that's going to do it for this trip and probably for the season. Thanks for watching. See you back at the cabin next time.